You see that in the world there is a shift to digital production everywhere, and we want to see what this has for effect on the building industry. We bring the advantages of the digital world to the physical world. We use the digital fabrication technique that is existing for about half a century already. It's the oldest digital fabrication technique, and it's CNC milling. So it's a router bit that moves horizontally, and we can also use the third axis on the router.
In general, we have such a demand, a high demand for buildings in our future, that we have to increase speed. And by speed, we also have to increase the quality of our homes. Therefore, we would like to use more advanced technologies to be able to serve the high demands of affordable housings that has a high quality standard.
Well, one of the main advantages of this system is that it's completely modular. So, for example, we have floor blocks, blocks for the wall, and we can assemble this like a kit of Lego. Another advantage is that it's completely demountable. We cut down the waste by 50%, and we can even return this waste back into the building process.
This project is a case study. We want to learn about how the whole supply chain and design chain will happen. Because we use this technology, we can actually make pretty complex products, but it doesn't mean it's always easier. We have to think about a shift from the design to the manufacturing phase. It's research by design, but by closely monitoring the whole process, we can learn and understand what the factors are that decide about detailing. So just you can make it digital doesn't mean you have all the freedom at all times.
We contributed to the ideas the three researchers came up with, and they had the first concepts of what they wanted to achieve with the building and what the main purpose of the building was going to be, but there was no clear idea on how to develop it into a real design. Normally you're working with tolerances from about a centimeter, and within the CNC milling machine you have the 1/10 of a millimeter of accuracy, and you really have to integrate that within the design.
CNC milling is not limited to wooden objects only. And especially for the facade, this is interesting. This actually gives another dimension to the CNC milling, because what you see here is the tool paths of the milling machine, which you draw on the computer. And what we can do with this material is fold it in a panel. So, actually, we have a female and male panel, so I can get this out. And here you can see the gutter system, which is behind and integrated in the facade panel. We can get really high detail facade designs.
The strategy we use now in building is a modular concept, that you have different people working on different parts, but that also requires a complete new design thinking and building thinking. So I think the strategies will always live next to each other, but I think we will see a shift towards more digital integrated thinking. But it doesn't mean things get much easier, but things could get better, and that's what we need to work on.